Hello again, everyone, and welcome into RedHawk Football Weekly. I'm Steve Baker, the voice of the RedHawks. Miami coming off a tough victory bell loss to the University of Cincinnati Bearcats. 35-13 was the final at Nippert Stadium. I'm joined by head coach Chuck Martin. And Coach, as you said in your press conference, frustrating game because your team was there. They were doing the right things. You had the lead early in that contest, but just some key errors, I guess, mistakes on third down, fourth down on defense, even on the offense on third down, cost you ultimately the victory bell, I think.
Yeah, and no, so it's 10-7 with less than 4 minutes to go in the first half, and we've done a nice job offensively moving the ball and have 2 scoring drives. We've played really well defensively. We've bottled up Warren and Ritter in the run game, which is very difficult to do, and we haven't let them throw it over their heads, and that's what they do every week is run their quarterback and tailback and take shot passes. We go backwards on offense. We punt. We got a short field. We give up a 10-play, 44-yard drive before the half. There's a key 3rd and 5 that we got to try to get off the field, but we didn't play terrible defense on that drive. They had 10 plays, 44 yards. Isn't like they're going right through you. So at halftime, you feel good. You didn't feel like you closed out the half very good. We had a key fumble in the red zone that we could have extended a 10-7 lead to 17-7, or at least 13-7. Brett's trying to do a little bit too much, trying to stay alive and just instead of take his medicine on that play. And then start the second half, you're down 3 starting O-linemen that you lose in the first half. We knew at halftime it's going to be a struggle offensively. You lose 3 starting O-linemen, but we feel really good about what we're doing defensively. And you start the second half, and we get them to 3rd and 20, and we get off the field, but we lined up offside. Yeah, even though they throw, and then on 3rd and 15 and drop 8, they throw a go ball, and we get a pass interference to extend a drive that, again, we should have been getting the ball back in 14-10 with really good field position and keep plodding along. They drive down and score. Later, they throw a flag route in cover 3, then they hit another go ball over our heads in cover 3, then they run the ball for 83 yards. So the second half was frustrating from a third down standpoint because we kept defending them on first and second down.
Right.
And then from a chunk play, you can't. First half, no chunk plays.
Yeah.
We made them earn everything. That's what we're always trying to do on defense. Second half, we give up 2 balls overhead and we give up an 83-yard run. And what should have been a 20-17, 24-17 type of game for us to be in position to win, turns out we give up a couple big plays and 14-10 goes to 28-10 and you're out of the football game, particularly when you have a beat-up offensive line.
And this is a type of game where there's so much on the line. You could see guys, and I asked Mike Brown about it earlier. Was it a case of guys just wanting to make a play so bad they were doing too much?
No, because we played 30 minutes of clean football. So
yeah.
The only way you could say that is that if at halftime they changed their mindset.
Yeah.
We're playing the game exactly the way we want to play in the first half. And again, like I said, you're up 10-7, 28 minutes into the first half. We're doing everything we want on both sides of the ball. Yeah, we had a crucial turnover in the red zone. Was
Sure.
Brett trying to do too much? Yeah, he wasn't trying to do too much because we were playing Cincinnati. He was just trying to do too much. So, no, I don't think that's a factor. I think you play the game the right way. You put yourself in position for success. We were there in the third quarter. We give up 3 chunk plays, and if you do that, you're gonna lose a lot of football games.
Very good. Let's take a look at the first half here. Miami gets out early. Both teams exchange possessions on their first drive. Then on the second drive, Miami gets things going here. Mo Thomas starts the running game with 8 yards.
Yeah, and again, first half we had multitude of good runs, inside zone, outside zone, counter, power, multitude of backs, Davion, Mo Thomas, Tyree Shelton, all doing really good things. And we knew we had to run the football. We have not run the football very well the last few years against Cincinnati. We ran the ball very effectively in the first half, kept us ahead of the chains, and put ourselves in position to score points.
Next play, Jack Sorensen back in the lineup for limited duty. He catches one for 13.
Yep, good throw and catch here. A little flag route in the boundary. Brett reads the corner, throws off the corner. Good route by Jack. Good catch. Nice little gain for us.
And again, just the out pattern. Another first down sets you up in UC territory. And a little bit later on in the drive, on a 2nd and 6, Davion Johnson gets you 5 yards and a yard away from a first down.
Yeah, really nice job here. Really good push. We run inside power. Got a good push. Davion hits it north and south. Puts us in position where we have a third and about a foot. So again, running game very effective, multitude of runs, as you're seeing, different backs. Really nice job up front with the offensive line. You see LaRubio pulling. You see both tight ends doing work, and you see a really nice hole for Davion.
And again, you'll see the hole here as Davion Johnson comes in and makes the most out of that hole as he picks up, 5 yards on the play. Then the third back on the drive here is Tyree Shelton from the 11. He'll get 5 here.
Again, now another play too. Saw an outside zone. You saw power now, a counter play. Nice job up front. Get a nice little seal inside. You see Skibinski and LaRubio. Good pull by Red. Good pull by Mihalik. And then Tyree using some of his speed on the outside, breaking through a tackle, falling for extra yards.
Miami would come up with a first and goal on the next play. As you see once again the run here by Tyree Shelton, and it would be Shelton to finish things off, diving over the goal line.
Yeah, really nice drive for our offense. Mixed in run and pass, a lot of runs, but mixing the pass effectively. Did a good job of controlling the line of scrimmage, and our backs did a good job of reading blocks and hitting it north and south, and we get a good push and get the ball into the end zone for an early lead.
And again, another look at it here as he extends the ball out to cross the goal line. Miami's defense, you talked about playing well on first and second down. This is the RedHawks against the Bearcats on their very next drive. Michael Warren had nowhere to go.
Yeah, did really tremendously talented back. Showed it one play in the second half. We missed a tackle at the line of scrimmage, and he showed what he can do. But really did a nice job bottling up for the first 3 quarters until that play. And here you see a great job. Swarming defense. Many guys in a tackle, building a wall. There's no space to run the football up inside. Everybody's in their gap.
And then on the very next play, a big sack here by the Miami defense.
Yeah, I thought our down 4 kids played the best game they played in 2 or 3 years. I thought they did a tremendous job against a physical running tack and a physical back, and did a great job. Ritter's big play tape is as long as I see, and we kept him in check the whole day.
Next drive for Miami, Tyree Shelton picks up where he left off. This is 10 yards.
Yeah, another good push up front on our mid-zone play. Get the defense moving east and west. Tyree reading his blocks, being patient, obviously a gaping hole there, and then good job finishing runs and falling forward, running through people.
And again, Tyree Shelton, this one a pass out of the backfield.
Using our tempo, got a quick sting play out, and Tyree runs over the DB and falls again close to first down, puts us way ahead of the chains.
And again, this is how the Miami backs are kind of like Swiss Army knives. You use them in a lot of different ways. Lined up, takes a step back, and picks up 7 yards for the Miami RedHawks. This drive, though, would fall short of the end zone, and Sam Sloman would come in and continue his perfect run. 41 yards here.
Yeah, nice job. Good, put together good drive, puts us up 10-0. Sloman does a good job executing. Good snap, good hold, good protection.
As you see Sloman heading off the field, the Bearcats would again score late in the first half, as time expired as a matter of fact, and take their first lead. Coach, it was just exactly like you said. Things going very, very well for you. I know you would like to have that drive back late, but again, there was a third down there where they converted, and but you had to feel that everything was kind of going as scripted.
Yeah, the biggest play in the first half was a fumble. We had it down. We had 1st and 5. We went tempo. They didn't get their guys off field. We're up 10-7. We're trying to answer. We're 1st and 5. Have a great chance to score, obviously, points there. And then we get a fumble on a sack play. But then again, it went back and forth for another couple series, and then they punt and pinned us down deep, and we got to get out of a hole. We got the ball in the 25. We end up punting from our 10. They get the ball in the 44, and then we don't do a good enough job in the last drive. It wasn't terrible defense, but we don't do a good enough job in the last drive. We're down 14-10, but feel like we're playing really good football. Concerned, obviously, we've had 3 O-linemen go down, but feel like we're playing really good football at that point, and really feel like defensively, even with linemen going down, we're going to be able to hold the fort and keep this to a low-scoring game.
All right, we'll take a look at the second half of the battle for the victory bell when we come back on RedHawk Football Weekly. This segment of RedHawk Football Weekly is brought to you by Courtyard Marriott Hamilton, conveniently located just miles from Miami University. Welcome back to RedHawk Football Weekly. Steve Baker along with head coach Chuck Martin recapping the 35-13 loss to the Cincinnati Bearcats on Saturday at Nippert Stadium. And Coach, as you mentioned, we mentioned 14-10 at the half. The Bearcats get the ball to start the second half, and I know in your mind it was important to try and stop the Bearcats in that first drive, get some of that momentum from the late score back.
Yeah, and they just keep playing defense. We knew, like I said, at halftime, you got all linemen going down. We're going to play some solid defense second half, keep the game low scoring. And we feel good, like we've stopped the run the whole day. And again, even their 2 scoring drives were long, Make them run plays, make them earn it, make them earn every piece of real estate. Don't give them anything easy. Everybody's trying to score quickly nowadays. And that's what we did the whole first half. And that's what we want to do in the second half. We have a great opportunity. You get them to 3rd and 20 and they run the play and they throw incomplete and there's a flag, and next thing you know, you got a guy lined up in the neutral zone, had nothing to do with the play, but it gives them another opportunity on 3rd and 15, and then we don't execute our drop 8 coverage on 3rd and 15, and we get a PI. And again, it wasn't a major PI, but we were in bad position, which now put us in position where we're at the mercy of a call. And, I thought Trey got his head around to look back for the ball. They obviously didn't, and they call us PI. But we extend a drive so we should have started playing defense just like we played in the first half, playing very good defense. And we extend the drive, then they get another 3rd down. They get a 4th down on the drive to keep the drive alive, and they throw a flag route in cover 3 and get a touchdown.
Yeah. And they score, and they would score again, go up 28 to 13 on the Miami RedHawks. But the RedHawks on their 3rd drive of the half would get things going. And actually before that drive, the defense does come up with a stop, and this is Travion Banks.
Yeah, big play here. It's 21-10. They've scored to make it 14-10 to 21-10. We don't do anything. We go back on defense, pressure the quarterback again, force him in a bad decision. Trey makes a great interception. We got the ball on the 39-yard line with a chance to get right back in it, and then we don't move the ball offensively. And that was a key drive in the game in the second half, because we knew it was going to be tough to go on long drives with our offensive line situation. We needed to take advantage of this short field. We end up going for it on 4th down and not getting it on that drive. And then since he throws another one over our head and puts us at 28-10.
And then you start your 3rd drive, and this was Cam Blakely's first catch for 12 yards.
Yeah, nice job on 1st down. Easy inside throw, little rub route. Cam does a good job catching it and getting north and south.
And you'll see it again here, just a rub route on the outside, and as he comes inside, Brett Gabbert puts it right on the numbers, and that's a gain of 12 for a Miami 1st down. Next play, it is Brett Gabbert showing he's got some wheels out there, as he will run for 10 yards and another 1st down here for the Miami RedHawks.
Yeah, good job on the read play. Reads the end, gets to the corner, does a good job, and gets us to second and very, very short.
You'll see it again here as Gabbert sees the opening and takes it, and good blocking out on the corner to give him that 10 yards. Up next in the drive, Gabbert finds Davion Johnson for 27 yards, and that'll take it down to the Cincinnati 18.
Again, using some tempo, hitting the sting play again, and Davion showing his explosiveness right there, bursting through a very small hole.
He gets out there and heads north and south, what Davion Johnson does best, and that'll set Miami up 1st and 10 at the 18, and then Sam Sloman would come in, and this one from 36 yards, and again, he's right down the middle.
Yeah, good job by Slow. Could have used a touchdown there, but the field goal gets us to 15. You're back within 2 scores. We're back in good shape as far as having an opportunity to get right back in the game. You need to get a stop. Second play from scrimmage. They run Warren. We miss a tackle in the backfield. He spins out. We lose leverage on the perimeter on the back end of our defense, and he gets the corner and turns into an 83-yard touchdown. And all of a sudden you look up and it's 35-13. And again, like we talked about at the top, very, very frustrating. Did a really nice job. Capable. The stuff that hurt us second half defensively are stuff that can't hurt you. You can't get the ball thrown over your head in cover. It's not like we were blitzing and playing cover 0.
Right.
You can't get the ball thrown over your head in cover 3. We got thrown over our head 3 times in cover 3, and then on a play where we have them bottled up in the backfield, turns an 83-yard run. We lose leverage twice on the play, which again, you do that against anyone, you're going to lose football games. We need to keep this game close to the best in the second half. We need to keep it low scoring. Obviously, you're beat up front. We had the opportunities. We were doing a good job on 1st and 2nd down, and then obviously we gave up big plays. So prerequisite number 1 to win games is to not give up big plays. We did not do that Saturday. Cincinnati is very good. Credit to them. Not taking anything away from them. That's what they do. They're an explosive team that tries to create chunk plays. They didn't get it done the first half. They did get it done the second half, and that's the difference in the ballgame.
Final non-conference game lies ahead this Saturday for the Miami RedHawks, and it's a big one at the Horseshoe against the Ohio State Buckeyes. We'll come back and talk about it in just a moment on RedHawk Football Weekly. This segment of RedHawk Football Weekly has been brought to you by Courtyard by Marriott Hamilton, conveniently located just miles from Miami University. And welcome back to RedHawk Football Weekly. I'm Steve Baker, the voice of the Redhawks. Miami at Ohio State this Saturday. A 3:30 kick from the Horseshoe. Will be on the air at 2:30 on the Miami Sports Network with myself, Terry Bridge, and Randy Hollowell calling the action for you. Head coach Chuck Martin rejoins us. And Coach, we talked about it at the very beginning of the season, how tough this non-conference schedule is. And, of course, you finish it out with the toughest of those games against a very, very talented Buckeye team.
Yeah, obviously, awesome opportunity for our kids. Go play in the Horseshoe, which is obviously one of the better venues across America. Go play one of the storied college football programs of all time, not just recently. Obviously, they've had a great run recently, but Ohio State is Ohio State. And so, and then you play a really, really talented football team, and it's a really good measuring stick. Every single play, you're going to be up against it to compete and have success. And so, great opportunity for a team. I know our kids are excited. I know our fans are excited. I know our kids want to go to the Horseshoe. I know our kids want to go take a shot at one of the best teams in the country. Why would you not? And then a great opportunity for us to get better, you know. And there'll be things that may be a little bit out of our control on Saturday. We can't control some of the speed and the talent of Ohio State, but we can control how we play football. We can improve on things like we can not get the ball thrown over our head in cover three. That's the starting point, you know. So we're going to put our bodies on them. We're going to go tackle them. We're going to go cover them. We're going to go run routes and get open, and that's the plan. And they're a great football team, and obviously they'll be a big favorite in the game. But for us to go play and improve and get better and win as many snaps as we can do, that's the plan for Saturday.
Buckeyes offensively, they've been putting a lot of points on the board, and defensively present some problems, but they don't really do anything outrageous. It's just almost like Woody Hayes, 3 yards in a cloud of dust, and don't look behind you because they'll try and go there.
Yeah, offensively they run the ball. They got really good up front. I mean, they're good everywhere, obviously, but they use tempo, and they got athletic quarterbacks. So everything they're using all the read plays, all the zone read plays. So it's like defending the option, and they're going super fast, which Woody would not be too excited about.
Well, he wouldn't be excited about that. You're right.
They're scoring points, but they're scoring crazy amounts in the first half. Yeah. They go super fast. They put games away at halftime and kind of called off the dogs. Otherwise, they'd be averaging about 80 points right now, because they've scored a bunch of points in the first and second quarter this year, just because their tempo and their talent. And then after they running, then they try to throw the ball deep to a slew of great receivers and tight ends. So great challenge for our defense. And then obviously defensively, they're crazy stout against the run. No one really runs the ball on them. They're really good at getting after the quarterback, just like we talked about against Iowa. And then they play cover three, and they play a lot of man, and they've got some lockdown defenders on the back end. So they're pretty simple defensively, but when you're very talented, you're simple and you're sound, and you play fast and aggressive, and that's what they do, and they're pretty damn good.
Now, let's talk about injuries quickly. We're recording on Monday. Obviously, you don't know about your offensive linemen right now. How healthy are we otherwise?
We're okay. We're where we thought we'd be after week 3 and playing the teams we play. We're fairly beat up. Obviously, offensive line's a major concern. You know, so we'll see. We'll see as we. I think there's a chance to get Bester back, a chance to get McWood back, a chance to get Jack back more than 10 or 15 snaps that he played Saturday. And too early to tell on the O-line, but we'll see.
Coach, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Head coach Chuck Martin joining us, and again at 3:30 on Saturday afternoon, the Redhawks take on the Buckeyes in the Horseshoe. Myself, Terry Bridge, and Randy Hollowell will have the action for you beginning at 2:30 from Columbus, Ohio. For head coach Chuck Martin, I'm Steve Baker. Thanks for watching RedHawk Football Weekly.